Yeah, let's add to cart. Ooh, more Zara tweed. Does this come in pink? Okay, madam, carry the one. Your bill is... Oh my goodness! Oh, that is quite a bill. Oh, I know. Tell me how much I've saved. We're just all so different. I, Lesley, swear to Gucci, I will not shop this month. Ah, I can't believe these people think I won't be shopping. Oops, is that still recording? Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me again today for quite a different video. Basically, I had this idea a wee while ago, why don't I try and challenge myself to 30 days, zero online shopping, and really no other kind of shopping either. I recognise within myself, I do online shop a bit too much. And I think on one hand, I have some not bad ways of sort of financing it. So I'm definitely going to share some of my tips throughout this video, but I just had thought that would really be quite a challenge to just try and do no shopping at all for 30 days. So what I will say from the get-go is that if I slip up, if I fail, I am going to just keep it in this video and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to say, well, I'm giving up. I'm going to try and do the 30 days. If something happens and I order something, I will promise I will come and tell you and I'll explain maybe what happened. Like, you know, there's things that I'm really worried about because I have got stock notifications. I know there's a sweater vest from Mango that has been out of stock for ages. I know, and if I get a notification for that, that's going to be really tough. I guess I kind of also wanted to, within this video, is to try and maybe tackle the sort of sustainability topic slightly. I don't want this to come across as very preachy and as if I know a whole lot about the subject. I'm very much learning about it and I'm trying my best to understand how we can shop in a way that is less harmful. So if you think that's something you're interested in, please stay watching and we'll see how we get on with this video. So what I will say is any videos by the time this is uploaded that were to do with shopping, everything has been purchased prior to this date. So I'm not going to cheat in any way, shape or form. So yeah, I'm quite nervous, to be honest, because I love that excitement of ordering something. So we'll see how we get on. I'm going to start tomorrow with day one. I'll update you in the morning and yeah, we'll take it from there. I'm about to pour myself a glass of champagne to cheers to 30 days no shopping. So let us have a little cheers to my no shopping. And if you're thinking that is ridiculously ironic, you're pouring champagne on a no shopping video, I'm also going to try and not drink that much champagne this month. I don't want to keep rambling on, although I love chatting to y'all. Tomorrow is the big day, no shopping for me. So I'm going to enjoy my last evening. I'm wearing my new Zara cardigan. I'm having a lovely glass of pink Lansing. But yeah, I shall update you in the morning. We'll see how we're getting on. 1 hour in, I'm on Zara website. Anyway, yeah, cheers. See you tomorrow. Good morning. So here we are, day one, no online shopping. So it's actually just coming up for lunchtime, so managed the first morning. Sorry, I'm looking a bit scruffy. Jack and I've actually been painting, which is why these drawers have been missing. So I've actually had quite a productive morning. So no temptation to shop so far. So throughout this video, I'm going to try and share some of my own little tips, but I just thought I'd check in. This is day one. No temptation today at all, but I never thought today would be a challenge. It's going to be when I'm at my desk during the week and I just say, oh, let's see what Zara's got. And this is the other thing I also want to say is I'm not going to actively avoid doing the things I would normally do because that's not so much of a challenge if I avoided going on all websites. And then as soon as I go back on, I'm sure I'd end up ordering. So the challenge is to go on and try and talk yourself out of the purchase. Whereas I'm very good at talking myself into the purchase. And this is, if you're watching this video, maybe you can relate to, I did this thing and it's kind of like she does in Confessions of a Shopaholic. And she's like, you know, this green scarf, like everyone will say, look at that girl with the green scarf. Like I do this, but for every single item, like those furry Zara cardigans, I start thinking, everyone will think, oh my goodness, how chic does she look in her faux fur cardigan? And the baby blue, what a soft color, blah, blah, blah. Like you just start selling it to yourself. So I'm going to try the reverse. you know, I don't know, like, you don't need this. You you already have a very similar item to this. No one will notice if you wear that. Would you do some online shopping for mummy? So there's Harvey next. Truck driver just ruined it for me. To be honest, I'm not really feeling as if I would be tempted. Maybe Harvey next to buy like a wee thing, like a wee mini champagne or something, but I'm not really feeling tempted to buy anything from here today. Cute little window display though. Look at all this Zimmerman. This is, oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. I just love these patterns. I really like that. From Freddie My Love, I just know she loves it. These colours are so gorgeous. Oh, very interesting. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, that is stunning. Such gorgeous dresses. Oh my gosh, how nice are these? I love them, oh my god. Oh, how nice is this Louis Vuitton cloud tree thing? Hi again, so that is me back from being through in Edinburgh today, and I just thought I'll kind of finish off today overall. Didn't buy anything, so pretty happy with that. And I also wanted to say I actually woke up this morning feeling quite positive about the prospect of saving something this month, and I actually do have a little financial tip for you, which is something Jack has said to me for quite a while, is that you shouldn't, for example, wait until the end of the month and see what's left and then try and put that in your savings. What you should do is at the start of the month, whenever you get paid, take a portion, whatever you think you're comfortable with, whether it's like 5% or 10% or more, and put that in a separate account at the start of the month. Forget about it, put it in your savings, and you know, that's the way to do it. And then you have to obviously live with what you've got left. And the other little tip that I have, which is something I actually was really good at doing last year, basically what I would do is whenever I wanted to buy something new, I would go through my wardrobe and sell something either on eBay or Depop, and I would try and build up a little nest egg of money within my PayPal account, and then I would use that PayPal funds to buy something new when I wanted it, so that actually your money that you have coming in every month was not really affected because you were using money that you'd saved in a separate like PayPal thing from stuff you'd sold. What I'm basically going to do this month is I'm going to go through my wardrobe, going to find some items that I really don't wear much, I'm going to sell them, and then I'm hoping to have a little bit of money in PayPal, so at the start of next month when I'm allowing myself to shop again, I'll maybe treat myself to one item, and then I won't feel as if I've really overshopped, if that makes sense. The other thing I really quickly wanted to mention was my hair. You probably noticed it's a lot shorter. I've actually just recently had it chopped quite a bit, and I've not got my extensions in, so I normally wear like clip-in extensions, so I've not got them in at the minute. You may see them sometimes during this video because I do still wear them, but because my hair is so much shorter now, they don't blend as well. But yeah, that's the reason for the change. I'm looking for new extensions because I don't love the ones I have. They're not bad for like a quick fix. But yeah, I won't be buying them this month anyway. So I'm going to just wrap up for day 2. So overnight for today, and I'll see you soon. Hi everyone, so we are now on the 7th day. So I'm kind of counting this as the first milestone, 1 week with no online shopping and no real other shopping. So I honestly have not purchased anything throughout this week in terms of like clothes, accessories, shoes, bags, etc, etc. There's been no purchases. But so a couple of things I've been thinking about. One, I really don't want this video to come across and for anyone that's watching thinking, oh my word, this girl is seriously addicted to shopping. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't think that my shopping is a serious problem that is causing me trouble in my life. However, I think it's something that I could definitely try and be a wee bit more sensible about, take a bit more of a stern approach in terms of what am I ordering, how much do I actually need, and reduce my overall consumerism. So that was the first thing. Please don't think that this is a serious problem that I'm attempting to tackle with this video. The other thing is I also wanted to say, yeah, I really worry about the way I'm coming across and what people might perceive from these videos. So the other thing I wanted to say is I'm definitely not encouraging anyone not to shop or support smaller local businesses. In fact, I would hope this video would maybe have the opposite effect, where we actually try and look at our shopping habits and what could we do differently. I actually did have an idea that I could maybe do a little sort of local shops Christmas gift guide, you know, sort of handmade candles, artisan products. If that's a video you would like to see, definitely let me know, because I would love to do that and support some local businesses. Because the other thing is that I'm definitely not saying don't shop at all, because I'm a small business owner myself, so I wouldn't say that. So those are the two things I just got a wee bit worried about throughout this week, and I just thought I really hope that's not the way that this video is coming across. So that's probably a confusing matter. To round that up, I'm not addicted to shopping. Shop small, shop local. Okay, so I've actually made some notes throughout this week. Okay, so I titled it Financial Tips I've Learned. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing is, and this is, I think it's probably the best tip, but it's also maybe the most difficult to implement. And so I'm going to set the scene. You've just seen, I don't know, an advert, an influencer, an Instagram post, maybe a YouTube video of an item, and you just absolutely have to have it. You're in love with it. So you click the link, or you swipe up, or you click the advert, and you're on your favorite online retailer's website, and you're like, oh, is it in stock? So you check, the item's in stock. Maybe there's even little signs saying, oh, low in stock, or already purchased so many times today, blah, blah, blah. I know that feeling all too well when you get that absolute rush of, oh my God, I'm gonna buy it. And I think the biggest piece that I could advise that I've learned so far is, see in that moment, just take a breather. Like more than a breather. Give yourself some time. Take 24 hours. Do you need to add to cart and get to checkout in that moment? And this is something I've learned with my own business, is that a lot of websites today are built to get us to that checkout so quickly, so fast, that you've kind of made the purchase before you've really truly thought about it. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, I have learned throughout this week, there's been, say something I saw on Monday, I'm like, oh my God, I would love to buy that, but I can't buy it because I'm doing this video. And then maybe by Wednesday, I'm like, oh my God, I love that, I would love to buy that, but I can't because I'm doing this video. And then as the week's gone on, I've forgotten about what I saw on Monday, and I've forgotten about what I saw on Tuesday. And I've learned that from obviously putting this restriction on myself. So what I'm trying to say is, I imagine if we just said, leave it, you would eventually forget about it. Life goes on. Do you really need the item? However, what I'm going to say at this point is, it is totally different if there is something that you've been looking for, you've been searching high and low. For example, like a specific blazer in this exact colour, exact size, exact style. You've finally found it. You've come across it. I think that's a different matter. I'm talking about an item that you hadn't really thought about, you happen to have just seen it, and you're now thinking, impulse purchase, let's buy. And again, I'm talking to the people that think they would like to reduce their online shopping. If you can shop moderately, that's fine. Like, don't think that I'm trying to tell anybody what they should do. This is something I've learned. And I think what I'm trying to do is, by the end of this month, and say I do want to make one purchase, I'll try and think, is there an item that's stuck out in my mind that is genuinely going to be a great addition to my wardrobe? It's not too similar to anything I already have. It's a practical addition to my wardrobe. The biggest thing I would say is that 24 hours, you know, are you still thinking about it? If you are, I would say give it another 24 hours and see what happens. Because, and I know what you're thinking, but it goes out of stock and I can't buy it. Yes, that is what happens. And I think there's so many tricks of the trade, and I don't know for sure, but I imagine these retailers, they have a select amount of stock. Yes, sometimes it won't come back, and that's the situation you're in. But a lot of times there are restocks. You can get stock notifications, you can keep refreshing the website, you can find the item. But I think you need to give yourself time to actually think about it. I think in this day and age, we're so quick to like, yes, buy it. And have we even really thought about it? On the same breath, you can also really find a lot on eBay or Depop, particularly the popular brands like Zara, ASOS, River Island. Like, honestly, I don't ever think that is the end of the world. I'm never getting that item. I think you honestly could still source it, although you may just have to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, that is the first tip. Really think about it. Give yourself some time. Okay, so my second tip, and this is maybe going to sound kind of, I don't know if like severe is the right word. This is the tip that I believe is used for people that are getting help for battling serious addictions that are, you know, a problematic addition to their life. And the idea is not to say, I will never online shop again, or I will never shop again, because that is just, well, number one, it's actually impossible, because I don't think we could live without shopping at all. I mean, unless you just mean literally buying your food. Anyway, but what I mean is, it's a humongous goal to say a lifetime of no online shopping. That's not what this video is about. I will be going back to shopping. I'm just trying to maybe reduce the amount and also maybe just look for tips like the taking some time tip. So the idea is you think of it day by day. You don't set yourself, I mean, obviously for this video, I've set myself 30 days, but I'm not thinking of it as a long, there's the end goal way over there. I'm thinking of it, day one was day one. I will not online shop today. Fine. Day two, wake up, I'm not going to online shop today. And then you just think of that each day. And I think as you slowly build up, you start to get that little bit of pride in yourself, thinking, right, I've not felt the need to online shop, and I'm reducing the money I'm spending on clothes that I really probably don't need. So that would be my second tip, is if you're genuinely trying to cut back on shopping, take it a day at a time. Also, I know the timing of this video is probably quite poor, because we're coming into Christmas, which is gift giving season, and everyone's going to be shopping a lot, and that is totally fine. So you can save this video, maybe watch it later on, maybe next year or whatever. It was an experiment. So I hope you don't think what a silly idea to put it at this time of the year. I actually thought November would be quite a challenging time, because you've got things like the Black Friday events. Also, a lot of shops are doing promotions at the minute. A lot of them are doing gift sets, etc, etc. So there's a lot of temptation to shop, which is why I thought pick a tricky month. Whereas I feel like January, no one is really shopping in January, so I thought that would be too easy. That's why I thought this is actually a good time to do it, but I guess it's maybe not the best time to publish, but oh well, you can let me know. The other thing I'm going to quickly share with you was that one thing, oops, so I did buy this. I'm not counting this as a failure because it's not something that I impulsively bought without thinking about it, and I actually think this is something good to add. So it's the Origins Super Spot Remover. It's a blemish treatment gel. So basically I'm trying to have a bit of a glow up at the minute, because my skin is just horrendous. I keep getting breakouts, so I'm trying different things. Let me know if you would be interested in a video about breakouts in your sort of late 20s. So this is the one thing I have bought. I'll maybe show you a little close up, because it is tiny. It is, I mean, it's actually really cute, but yeah. So it's Origins, and actually House of Fraser did have 20% off, so it was like £12, which I know I was a bit like, oh my word, I thought this was like a sample size. But do you know what? I honestly think it's made a difference already overnight use with one use. So I can keep you updated on that one if you're interested. So that is the first week done of the no shopping, and I hope you will agree with me that I've done quite well. I'll see how this next week goes. Any more tips I will come back to you with. I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and yeah, it's Saturday, so I'm actually going to have a wee glass of something after I finish this tea, but yeah, I shall update you later on in the week. Okay, bye. Hello, so we are now on day 14, and I just thought I'd give you a very brief update as to what's been happening throughout this week. I was doing a bit of research about sustainability and different brands and which brands can be considered more sustainable. So what I'm going to maybe do is maybe one of the days this week is sit down and go through with you what I found out, because I found quite a good website that gave you a list, and it kind of rates different brands based on a brand that is considered quite high up on the sustainability scale, and then other ones that are really very low. So that's something I'm definitely going to record for you this week. Hello again. So we are now on day 19. 18 of the no shopping, so it's time to confess. So I have made some purchases. I'm not really counting this as a complete failure on the no online shopping, and really I'm not counting it because they're not clothes and they're not accessories and they're not from the brands that I think I overshop at. So what I'll show you, the first kind of thing is some makeup that I bought from House of Fraser. So I don't know whether you'll be able to tell, I've got a new foundation on today. Let me know if you notice the difference. Yeah, actually, I think that looks pretty good. I've obviously put a lot of highlighter on. That's my usual look anyway. So it's a foundation I've never tried before. Sorry if you're thinking, why is she now talking about makeup in this video? I'll be quick. It's NARS, the NARS foundation and matching concealer. I was trying to hold out until we reached next month, but the one I'm using it's like at that stage when you're sort of like taking the lid off and banging it to get some makeup out. But I just thought I'll go in and get it, and my dad very kindly had given me this House of Fraser's voucher that he wasn't going to use, and so it had like £20 on it, so that, you know, went a long way to help me make this purchase. So it's the NARS Natural Radiant Long Wear Foundation, because I said to the girl, I think I have combination skin. I have the oily T-zone for sure, and I still get breakouts. So again, if you're interested in a skincare breakout video, definitely willing to discuss that. I'm not sure if I've got any particularly good advice, but I've been trying some different things recently to see if anything will make a difference. Reduced caffeine, reduced dairy, reduced hot drinks. Apparently hot drinks can just like, anyway, if all else fails, the foundation is at least going to cover it. And I have to say I am impressed. This is my first time using it. So that is the bottle there. It looks quite nice. And then I just got the matching concealer. So I think this with the voucher only came to maybe, I think it was like 27 or something for both. So not, you know, it's not as if I've gone out and spent £100. And it is the Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I have heard a lot of good things about. So that is the first confession, but I think quite necessary, to be honest. The second one, I don't have anything to show you because it's not arrived, and it's a new set of hair extensions. So that's the other thing I'm going to confess to. So one thing I'm going to actually just recap on is, I said previously about the think about it thing, and honestly, that has definitely been a real positive factor for me. So there's definitely been some moments, I've seen some items, like I saw a girl that I follow on Instagram, I don't know how you pronounce her surname, is Anna Seren. She's got gorgeous fashion, and she was wearing this maybe white cream skirt with like little jewels on it, and oh, I was like, oh my gosh, that is absolutely stunning. It's something that would go well with my Zara cardigans. So I am tempted next month, if it's still in stock, to get that. But I just kept saying to myself, Lesley, your new mantra, you'll forget about this. And honestly, I probably would. In 2-3 weeks, I would have forgotten about it. So the think about it and telling yourself you will forget about it has really helped. And I hope this is not coming across as if like I'm starting a self-help group or something. Like, I'm honestly dissecting my behavior, I'm analysing it, I'm criticising it, and I'm trying to come up with ways that I can just save money, because I will say I've hardly spent any money this month because we're not really going out anywhere. Everything in Glasgow is shut in the evening, so it's only really been cafes that I've been going to. So, you know, the money's mainly spent on alcohol when I go out anyway. So definitely saving money there. I'm not online shopping, and I will also, this is not a confession, I wouldn't say, but I am going to treat myself and get my nails done on Friday. I was thinking, like, what's the point? You're not going anywhere. But then I was thinking, for YouTube videos and for pictures, I would always, like, I look at my own hands, you know, in a picture, and if it's not, like, don't look at them now. They're not done yet. I just think it looks so much nicer when they've been nicely done. So, why was I talking about that? Yeah, I've just highlighted thoughtless spending. I don't know if this is already a phrase, but I feel like this is a good phrase. Are you thoughtless spending? Because I definitely was. I also just wanted to briefly mention again, in case I didn't discuss it enough, was that websites are built these days to get you to the checkout so fast before you've actually thought about it. And I know I definitely did say this before, but There's things that I've learned from running my own business, like the three click rule. Like you should only have 3 clicks to get you to the checkout to just get that transaction finished. And that just only to me highlights how thoughtless some of our shopping must be. So I now want to have a little bit of chat about sustainability, and we can all maybe make small changes, 5 to 10%. And if we all did that, what a difference it would make. On that note, on the sustainability note, sorry, let me get a bit more comfy. I was Googling the other night some stuff, and actually an article came up from Vogue online. I'm not sure whether it was in their February issue. I actually do have a subscription, but I don't really remember seeing this article. So it's maybe online, but I will link it in the description box because it was quite a good article. And I think it was titled something like 8 tips for shopping more sustainably. And within this Vogue article, there was a link to this website, and I'm hopefully going to do a screen share at this point because I've pulled it up here on my iPad. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so my iPad can't screen record. I feel I look rather Victorian sitting here like this. Anyway, so it's called the Fashion Transparency Index 2020. It is a document, I think it's 70 pages, and it's basically got all sorts of information giving brands a different score in terms of their sustainability. So what I would say, I would suggest that I'm going to try and do, and maybe you wanted to do as well if you're watching this, is look at the brands that have got a very low score. And this could be your first step in trying to shop more sustainably, is to not really purchase from those brands. I will say it doesn't include all brands, so some brands I think refused to be polled, or I mean I don't quite know how it would work. So basically there's 5 different tables of different titles, so, and it's giving you a scale of across the board. Okay, I've just decided to go for the first table because I actually don't know which one is best to pick out. So for example, in this policy and commitments table, it gives you the issues they looked at. So child labour, equal pay, animal welfare, overtime pay, water usage and footprint, things like that. And then it's given each brand a percent and put them in a different column. So I did laugh to myself because I thought, who is number 1 in the top column is Gucci. Well then I need to be buying more Gucci, clearly. You'll also maybe see they've got Adidas, Reebok, Balenciaga, Marks and Spencer's. That's nice to see them so high on this one. And the H&M group, H&M. And I'm sure you've seen they do have their I think it's called conscientious range. So that H&M, I will say they are consistently at the top of these tables. It's not a huge surprise to see the brands that are sort of further down the list. So, and I think they kind of go further down on other ones, but Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing are both in that sort of, and on this one, the 21 to 30 column, I'm going to just check what they are in the other column. So on this one, Boohoo are in the 6 to 10% column. So there does seem to be a sort of trend with brands that are, like H&M is consistently high. Marks and Spencer's is also quite high in comparison in the Spotlight Issues column. And quite interestingly enough, Zara is also up at the higher end in this column. You know, it's on the same level as ASOS, Saint Laurent, Balenciaga at 41 to 50%, and there's no brands at all in the final 3 columns. There is a long list of ones in the bottom. Michael Kors, Revolve, Just Fab, Dolce & Gabbana, Longchamp. So this is the Spotlight Issues column, which 2020, the focus covers 4 strategic areas called the 4 Cs: conditions, consumption, composition, climate. So that's that last table that I've just mentioned there. So Zara is actually done not bad in comparison to some of the other brands, but a lot, like the longest list possible, not the longest list is the 0 to 5%. So I just thought this was a really interesting tool to use. And I think it's something that I'm going to try and digest a wee bit further, because it is a 70-page document. So obviously I've not read all of it, but I am going to try and look into it a wee bit further and understand, you know, there's so many issues listed here, and this all can come down to one, you know, an item that you're buying in the shop, how many of the issues actually are being faced within the production of that item. Sorry, the one other thing I was going to mention is that also listed in the Vogue article was an app. So it's called the Good On You app. So I'll maybe include a screenshot of it here, and basically it just says, it allows you to gain an understanding of your favourite fashion brand sustainability. So I hope that that has been somewhat useful or insightful, because I certainly hadn't ever seen an index like that before of different brands. It was definitely good to understand their score. I think I'm pleased to say that I don't really ever shop at Pretty Little Thing or Boohoo, some of the brands that are lower down. I am going to look at it again, because I understand it doesn't mean, oh, just because Zara featured slightly higher and one of the other ones, oh, that's it, Zara's absolutely fine, let's just go and, you know, keep buying and not considering the environment as we're doing it, as well as other issues that are listed on that column. So I totally understand that. However, if you can really look at the brands that are consistently on the lower end of those scales, maybe that's when you can try and shop from a little bit less. It's like I said, if we all just did a little bit, that actually could have a huge change. So that is me kind of finished for this wee chat today. I'm well aware this video is getting really long. I think if you're interested to see how this time period is gone, then maybe you'll hang on and stay watching. So that is the situation. I shall update you as the time goes on. I'm really excited to get my nails done. That is like one wee treat since this month there's been no treats. Anyway, I will catch up with you again maybe next week. We're kind of on the home straight, sort of. Anyway, I'm blabbering on, so I will speak to you again tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. Whenever. See you soon. Hello, I'm back, and this is the very, very last day. You can probably tell by how happy I look. I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty glad to be at the end of this challenge, because the past weekend or so with Black Friday was just, it wasn't difficult not to shop, it was more just frustrating because it was absolutely everywhere. It was all everyone was talking about online. Even friends of mine were talking about what we're buying on Black Friday, and I actually haven't told that many people that I'm doing this video, so only, I think, my sister and even Jack. I don't even know if he's realised. I meant to ask him, like, has he noticed that there's been no parcels arriving for a month? So I will ask him to find out if he has noticed. Probably not. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of money in PayPal from some bits and bobs that I sold on eBay, and I am continuing to have a little bit of a clear out. I think I'll put some stuff to charity shops if they are accepting donations at the minute. I actually don't know if they definitely are. And yeah, I'm feeling quite positive about sort of a new view on spending. But what I was going to say is that I'm going to allow myself to buy one item with this money that I have saved, and I'm not going to share what it is because I'm actually going to share, I think, it in a video before the end of the year. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe if you want to find out what it is I purchased after my hiatus for a month. So I guess just some finishing off points that I wanted to say. A little tip about if you are wanting to sell anything on eBay or Depop. I personally do prefer eBay because I think the stuff does tend to sell a wee bit. I think you can sort of get it to sell a wee bit faster. I think with Depop, if it's like Zara, particularly new season or new with tags, or like House of CB, definitely I think Depop it would sell on there. I think if it's something a bit random, a bit more generic, maybe not as a, you know, popular brand, then I think eBay is the way to go, and you just have to start with a very low bid, literally like a couple of pounds or something, and you might get like £10 or something for it. But a couple of tips along that line: if you are looking to start selling some bits and bobs, I would say list on a Sunday evening, so maybe between like 7 and 8 o'clock. Put it for a 1 week auction so that it will end on a Sunday evening, and that I have found to be quite a good way of actually getting the item sold. I mean, don't be looking to get like £40 back on something that you bought for 50. It's not that kind of selling. You're maybe, I mean, honestly, it depends on the item, but everything loses its value drastically as soon as it's worn. It's a bit like cars. As soon as it's kind of driven once, it's used, it really, really loses its value, depreciates very quickly. So yeah, that was a little tip. If you list on a Sunday for a week, I think that tends to work quite well, as apparently a lot of people sit on eBay on a Sunday night and bid. So I think I have good luck with trying that. I think always try and post pictures of a variety of scenarios of the item. So the item on the hanger, the item in with you wearing it, if you are comfortable with that. That's a little bit about eBay selling. I have a couple of confessions, which again, they're not really confessions. I have bought some Christmas decorations, so I'm going to show you. This is going to be the theme of my tree. So I've gone for a kind of bronze rose gold. This is the vibe. So I've basically bought some baubles so far. That's kind of all I've bought so far. And I'm basically just going to collect more around these colours, and I'm hoping to decorate the tree next weekend. We've actually got the tree in the living room. It's the first time I've ever had a real tree, so I think I might vlog decorating it and a review of the Hotel Chocolat Velvetizer, which I've mentioned in one of my other videos. But anyway, yeah, the other confession I do have is I've actually pre-ordered an item which is like a handmade piece of clothing. So yes, you could maybe say I failed, but I've ordered it because I want to feature it in my shop local Christmas gift guide. So I knew the item takes, you know, maybe 2 to 3 weeks to make. So I had to pre-order it. So I hope you don't think that's an absolute major fail, but it's not. It's from like a small little business. It's not from a high street shop or an online retailer. So that is kind of the end of the video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. This is such a different video for me. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you thinking that was boring? That was mad? That was just rubbish? Let me know what you think. Another quick point I wanted to make was about the fashion index. There is a table that I think is an overview of all the different columns, so I should have probably focused on that one when I was going through it, but if you want to have a look at it, I'll link it. It's a 73-page document, I think, so there's loads in there, but it is really, really interesting to see what brands consistently are low on that scale and what brands are consistently high. And definitely one I've learned is H&M really is up there continually. I thought it was appropriate if I put on a little Zara cardigan again, since I started this video with the Zara cardigan. And I've gone semi-glam. I don't have my hair extensions in, but I've tried to end on a high note. I think my final closing statements would be, I definitely think thinking about your purchases or thinking about my purchases really, really helped. I think, honestly, I've started editing this video and I'm going on about the diamonds jeweled skirt, and I don't think I'm going to order it. So yeah, I think it's just one of these things. Do you know what? I feel like I really need a necklace. Sorry, I felt like my neck was looking a bit bare, so I just put on a necklace. Probably actually is overkill now. But I really am rambling on. I'm just going to sit and think if there's anything else that I wanted to say. I think I've probably covered it all, but yeah, I'd absolutely love if you could give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're liking the vibe of the channel. Don't worry, I'm definitely doing more shopping fashion videos, different things coming up for Christmas. So please stay subscribed. This is not a challenge that I do think I will repeat anytime soon, but I am genuinely hoping to hold on to some of the feelings that I've had throughout this month of, do I really need it? And the answer is, of course, it's always really no, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. I really, really hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think overall. I'm really excited because I have actually been working on a few different ideas for some videos, so I'm hoping to actually do a bit more this month of December. And yeah, we'll get going with that. So lovely to speak to you all wherever you are. England, I think you're just coming out of lockdown now, so congratulations on that. Scotland, tier 4 honeys, hang in there. we'll get there. And yeah, wishing everyone a wonderful start to December, and I'll speak to you all soon. Okay, bye.